Good morning everyone, welcome back I guess. It's been a while. Today I'm not making a vlog video. Today I'm just talking about my plants and I have to repot some of my plants, so I want to take you along with me. I need to water my plants as well, take care of them, dust them off a little bit. And I might go do some plant shopping today. So I guess I'm just taking you along today. If you don't like or if you aren't interested in plants, then skip this video. If you do like plants, please follow along. You're welcome here. And I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. First thing I'm doing today is supporting my plant. I use a bamboo stick for this and some rope. I just put the bamboo stick next to my plants. I use some rope to tie the bamboo stick and the plants together. The second thing that was on my to-do list today was repot some of my plants. The first thing I do is that I already prepared a new pot. I put soil in the pot, and the amount of soil I add depends on the size of the pot. Next, I will take the plant out of the old pot and carefully try to loosen the soil from the roots. It is important to be careful when you do this, because you don't want to pull too hard and damage the roots. When most of the soil is off the roots, I put the plant in the new pot. I add some more soil to make sure that the plant is firmly planted in the soil. And I will repeat the same process with the remaining plants. I just got back from the plant store and I finally bought a plant that can trap mosquitoes or flies, whatever you call them, in the plant. I've been wanting to get one of those for a while now, but I wasn't sure which one. And I finally got one! Yay! How about this one? I don't know if you can see it very well. But anyway, I wanted to pronounce the word how it's called, but I don't think I can do a very good job, honestly. Sarracenia or Sarracenia? I don't know. Anyway, it says this bug plant prefers much light. Place the pot in the saucer with much water. Keep cool but damp in winter, hardy. Okay. On my way to find a nice place for this little plant. Yay. I think I'll place it up here. I'm not sure. It'll get enough sunlight for sure. I don't know if I like the placing. Maybe on the other side. I don't know. I feel like this looks pretty good. The large leaves of this plant gather dust rather quickly, so every now and then I'll just dust it off. This plant enjoys being watered on the leaves, just like rain would leave water on the leaves. However, the plant can drip water over the edges of the leaves, so make sure that the ground surrounding the plant is water resistant. Besides that, the zebra plant also needs a lot of water, so it's important to keep the soil moisturized if you want to have this plant. This plant has quite a lot of different names in my opinion, but I like to call it string of hearts. I think it's very cute and I like to think that the leaves are heart-shaped, even though not all of them are. I think they're very adorable and easy to take care of. They don't need a lot of water and like to be in indirect light. When I started with owning plants, I got myself some cacti plants. I got them because they're low maintenance and add some greenery in my room. As pretty much anyone knows, cacti love sunlight and barely need any water. I think I water them maybe once every 3 months, depending on the weather. I think the most important thing about taking care of a cactus is using the right soil. Cacti prefer soil that includes sand and rocks, so it can drain the water. You can also use a soil mix tailored to cacti. This is another easy houseplant to take care of. Besides their funny name, I like the different colors it has in the leaves and how the leaves are long and thin, just like spiders, hence the name spider plant. The plant doesn't need a lot of water as long as the soil feels lightly moist to the touch. What I like most about this plant is that the leaves have a ruffled wavy edge. I think it's kind of a silly looking plant, which is what I usually look for when getting new plants. The plant prefers moderate indirect light and you should try to keep the soil moist. I usually water my plant once a week, but I feel like now in the summertime I could water it twice a week. I've been wanting to get a carnivorous plant for a while now, so I got these because I like the way they look. However, I can't really tell you yet how to take care of this plant since I just got them. The reason why I got this plant is because of the tall, narrow pictures. I think it looks very bizarre, but in a positive way, and I think it's an interesting plant. I got this succulent plant as a gift from my grandmother. It's very low maintenance and doesn't need frequent watering. This plant adds quite a bit to the aesthetic of my room. I think hanging plants look absolutely stunning and are more eye-catching than regular plants. I love it my room looks green because of all the plants. Besides that, you can also see the veins in the leaves, which I think is really cool, and the leaves have a few different colors in them. This plant needs frequent watering and also likes to be sprayed with water. As I have mentioned before, I like silly looking plants, and I think this one also looks a little bit silly, since it's a bunch of cylinders grown straight upwards. It's a slow growing succulent plant, which doesn't need a lot of water and attention, so it's very easy to maintain. And sometimes a flower may grow from the base of the plant, but that has never happened to mine. This is another one of my favorite plants. This tropical plant has distinct stripes and veining. The leaves are also quite large, which is also an eye-catcher. However, this plant is a bit demanding, but I think it's worth the effort. If you can mimic a tropical condition, the plant will thrive. It's important to have the right balance of light, high humidity, warm temperature, and to dust the leaves every now and then. Since the plant needs a lot of moisture, you should look for a pot that has good water retaining qualities. This is something I struggled with in the beginning. Thankfully I was able to get rid of the root rot and the plant is doing fine now. I got this plant as a gift from a boyfriend not too long ago. What I've learned about this plant so far is that it doesn't need a lot of attention. It's a succulent plant with some tiny flowers which can bloom again. All this plant needs is some sunlight and very little water. I got this plant stem from a banana plant that was rotting and dying. However, this stem was still in an okay condition, so I decided to save it. Since I've had this stem, it has been a bit of a roller coaster. There were times when it was doing well, and there were times when it was rotting as well. Recently it has been doing well and it's not rotting anymore, so it gives me a little bit of hope that the plant will turn out okay and will start growing. The plant likes the soil to be a bit moist and likes to be in bright indirect sunlight and a humid environment. I have received this stem as a gift. It's a succulent plant, which means it doesn't need a lot of water and they lack sunlight. They're very slow growers. I've had this one for over a year and it has barely grown. So if you want to keep this plant, you need to be patient when it comes to the growing. When I started my plant one journey, this is one of the first plants I had. I've had it for several years now, and I've never had any trouble with it. It's an ideal plant for beginners since it's low maintenance, and it also doesn't need a lot of water. For orchids to produce blooms, it needs bright light, but be careful because direct sunlight can burn them. They need water frequently, and I usually water them once per week, depending on the temperature. If you properly prune the old growth from the orchid, it will make way for new blooms. This is the biggest plant I own. Looking back at how the plant looked like when I first got it and now, I feel excited and I hope it will grow so much more. The reason why this plant has leaf holes, which are called fenestrations, are because of the lack of sunlight in the rainforest canopy. The fenestrations maximize sun capture on the forest floor by increasing the spread of the leaf while decreasing the mass of leaf cells to support. This plant likes bright to medium indirect light. I water it every week and keep the leaves moisturized as well, since they like a humid environment. Every now and then I will dust off the leaves as well, so the leaves can capture as much sunlight as possible. The last plant that I own is this one. It's the Chinese money plant. I find this plant very adorable because of its unique pet-like leaves. It's a low-maintenance plant that thrives in a bright spot. Do keep the plant out of direct sunlight since the direct sun can cause the leaves to burn. I usually water this plant once a week, but it really depends on the amount of light it receives. And these were all the plants that I own. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.